What's going on, everybody? It's Marvellous Beatz back in with another video for you guys. I hope you guys are all having an amazing day. For today's video, we're gonna be doing an album review of 6IX9INE's new album, Dummy Boy, that just officially released today. I feel bad that I have to be reviewing this album while he's in jail because of the whole racketeering charges and federal investigation. Honestly, I would never wish a person to lose their freedom for anything, and I do feel really bad even though he did do some bad stuff in the past, and I know you can't really fully forgive him for all that stuff, but he did seem like a pretty decent guy, and I honestly really feel bad for the guy. So this just sucks, and the fact that his manager was threatening to murder him, and also he was denied bail and won't have his trial until September of 2019, that is just terrible news, and that's honestly such a long time. I did not realize that they were gonna make him have his trial that long ahead in the future, but I'm just happy that he was able to record this album and put together this music before he got arrested, because we don't know how long he'll be locked up. So at least he has a strong body of work to carry forward, you know, and hopefully everything goes well for him. I wish the best. But with that being said, if you're new to the channel, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I really appreciate all your support. I do tons of hip hop and rap related videos, top 5 lists, news videos, and all that good stuff. So make sure you guys subscribe, and also follow me on my social media at Beatz by Marv on Twitter and Instagram. I truly appreciate it. And yeah, let's just get into this album review. 6IX9INE, Dummy Boy, let's get it. So Dummy Boy is a follow-up to his previous project, Day 69 Graduation Day, that released on February 23rd of 2018, so earlier this year. And the project was actually supposed to be released on November 23rd, so just about a week ago. But because of the whole legal situation, like I talked about earlier, I'm sure you guys all know what's going on by now, he had to push back the album, and his management were actually holding it back until it actually got leaked literally like days ago. And I felt so bad for him because he probably lost millions of dollars with that, with all the album sales, streaming revenue, and promotion and all that stuff that goes along with that. I'm not sure how the album leaked or who leaked it. Maybe it was Murda. I know he was posting on Instagram or Twitter that he was thinking of dropping it or leaking it, but probably not. However, since the album was pulled off its release schedule such last second because of his legal accusations, it was probably in a lot of people's hands at like Apple Music, Spotify, and whoever else releases music. So it may have been easier for it to leak. And since the album leaked, I think 6IX9INE's management team kind of panicked. Please, no! No! And that's why they released it on this Tuesday. It's kind of a random release, you know, because music is usually released on Fridays, like the November 23rd original release date. And I think they just really wanted to capitalize on it before all of the revenue was lost with the leak. So that's why they dropped it on today, November 27th. And I think that was a smart move. And academics also reported that 6IX9INE just wanted the music out to the fans because he wanted the fans to enjoy the music even though he was locked up. So I guess maybe 6IX9INE made that decision as well. And I also think it had to do with the management wanting to capitalize a little bit because they didn't want to lose all the money on the album because of the leak. So with all that being said, the actual album is a 13-track project featuring artists such as Kanye West, Nicki Minaj, Tory Lanez, A Boogie, Gunna, Lil Baby, and plenty more artists. Honestly, it is a very loaded album, and he does have a lot of the big name hitters in rap on this project. Similar to his last project, Day 69 Graduation Day, he does have a lot of his previous singles on this project, making up about 1/3 of the album, with 4 of the 13 songs already being released singles, such as Stupid, Tatty, Fifi, and Bebe. Honestly, it's so hard to pronounce those names. He picks the most random names for his songs, but I do appreciate it though. It's different. I like it. I really think that's the smartest way to do things nowadays as well, because those singles really do carry the album streams, and if the other songs on the album don't do well, at least you have those singles to rely on. A good example is Lil Uzi Vert's last project with EXO Tour Life. Honestly, that project wasn't the best overall, but he had EXO Tour Life to really carry that project in terms of sales. So for the production on this album, it also hosts a loaded list of producers from Beatz, Tay Keith, Scott Storch, and Take a Day Trip, who are 2 very underrated producers if you guys haven't heard of them. They've also produced Mo Bamba, so they have a really good list of hit records under their belts. I think the stand-up producer though on this album is Beatz, as he had already produced the hit Fifi with 6IX9INE and Nicki Minaj, and he really carries a lot of these stronger singles on this project with his aggressive trap sound. And I think that him and 6IX9INE definitely have good chemistry together on the tracks that they make. Alright, so I think to break this project down in terms of these songs, I'm gonna go one by one. I won't talk as much about these songs that have been previously released, like I said, because honestly you guys heard them a million times and you guys probably already seen enough reviews about those songs. So to start off the album, we have Stupid, like I said, a previously released single. I think it is a strong song to start off the album as it has that bouncy instrumental from Tay Keith, and it had the hit viral dance, the Stupid Challenge or whatever it was called, when you run out of the room and come back without your clothes on and you kind of dance around. I don't know exactly what that was. definitely helped make that song bigger than I think it actually would have been, but I do think it is a strong song to start off the project as it uses 6ix9ine's aggressive signature sound. And then the next song on the project is Fifi, and you guys probably already heard this song a million times as it's one of 6ix9ine's bigger records. It's a hit song, it did really well on the charts, and that's really all I gotta say about it. I'm not a huge fan of Nicki Minaj, so I don't think she had the best verse on that song, and I wouldn't have put her on that song as well, but I think it's a great song and another strong song on this project. Then moving forward to the third song on this project, we have TikTok featuring Lil Baby, and I think this is one of the standout songs on the project. It has a very different instrumental, and 6ix9ine and Lil Baby complement each other perfectly on this track. I think Lil Baby has one of the best features on this album personally. I think him and 6ix9ine's chemistry over that instrumental with that different kind of delivery and them going back and forth with each other really made for a hit record, and I think that song is gonna do really well on the charts because of how catchy it really is. And then we have Kika featuring Tory Lanez. Hopefully I'm pronouncing these song names right. Honestly, they're so different. I have no idea. I've never heard these words before. But Kika featuring Tory Lanez is another great song. It features that steel pan kind of instrumental similar to the ZZ track by Kodak Black that was one of the best beats of 2018. So I think they knew they had a recipe for success with that song, and I think that was another super strong single and another one of my favorite tracks on the project, including TikTok. So I think that was another great song, and Tory Lanez really brought a different sound, and I like how 6ix9ine also used his aggressive sound with that kind of upbeat instrumental, and I think it kind of had a good contrast to it, and I really enjoyed that track. And then we had Mama. Honestly, this is one of the most fire songs on this project, featuring Kanye West and Nicki Minaj. I said previously I don't really like Nicki Minaj, but this was one of the best verses I think she's had all year, and Kanye West fit this song perfectly too. 6ix9ine and Kanye are very similar personalities, and yeah, I think they were perfect together on this song. I thought it was just fire production from Beatz. The combination of the three, they all kind of brought something different to the table, and this is definitely gonna be another standout single on this project. And then we have Waka featuring A Boogie. I really didn't like this track as much. I thought it was okay, but I honestly just think it sounds too similar to what I've heard on his previous project. I don't know, it also sounded a lot similar to the song featuring Tory Lanez, so I wasn't a huge fan of it. It was okay, but not my favorite song on the project. And then you move forward to the Spanish songs, the dance hall, whatever you want to call it, where 6ix9ine features Annual AA, hopefully I pronounced his name right too, with the songs Bebe and Mala. They were okay, but I'm not a huge fan of that kind of sound. I thought Bebe was better than Mala. Mala sounded like kind of like a knockoff version of Bebe, and yeah, that's all I gotta really say about them. That's not really for me, but if you guys enjoy Spanish music, let me know in the comments what you guys thought about those tracks. But honestly, it's not really my style, so I'm not gonna have that much of an opinion on it. With the track Kanga, I think that's how it's pronounced. Holy, this is gonna be a nightmare looking back at this. You guys are probably gonna roast me in the comments for how bad I'm pronouncing these names. But Kanga was another strong song produced by Beatz. The instrumental was so different, and 6ix9ine and Kanye, overly cocky, confident, whatever you want to call it, personalities on this track fit perfectly. And I love how Kanye kind of used that milkshake flow, you know, that old song Milkshake. He kind of ripped that off for his beginning of his verse, and I thought that was great. And I just loved the arrogance they brought to this track. And 6ix9ine and Kanye are actually similar, like I said, in a lot of ways. And I was so excited to see when I heard that Kanye was featured on this album what they were gonna bring to the table, and they killed it. I actually think their chemistry is perfect, and this was another hit song that I think will do really well on the charts. The next track is FIFA featuring Gunna. Honestly, this just sounded like a Gunna track to me. It did not sound like a 6ix9ine song, and it didn't really fit the record. I don't know why they put this on the album where they did, or put this on the album at all. It was a good song, like, don't get me wrong, I liked what Gunna did, and 6ix9ine was okay on the track as well, but it wasn't really for me. It just didn't sound like it fit on this album at all, and that's all I really gotta say about that track. And then we have Tatty, which was another previously released 6ix9ine song. It was a good single when it came out. It fit the project, I thought, pretty good, but yeah, nothing really special. It was a good song from 6ix9ine, but nothing really that stands out from his previous songs that he released in the past. And then for the second last song on this album, we have Wando, which kind of went back to 6ix9ine's old roots on his last project and his previously released singles, and I thought it was really good. It kind of brought that aggressive sound that 6ix9ine was known for from the beginning. And if you're into that kind of side of 6ix9ine, I think that song is definitely for you. It won't really be a standout single, I don't think, but it definitely delivers in terms of 6ix9ine's aggressive flow and sound. I think that it will fit and cater to a lot of his day one fans for sure. And the last song on this project is Dummy featuring Trify Drew, which I have never heard of him. He really just carried the whole song. Like, he had the biggest verse and hook, and 6ix9ine really only had a verse at the end of the song. It was more like Trify Drew's song than 6ix9ine's, but I actually really liked it. It had like a slower tempo to it and pace to it, and I thought it was actually a really good song to end the project. So overall, I thought it was a really strong project that really showed off 6ix9ine's growth in his music and had a lot of hit songs that I think will do really well in the charts, such as Kanga, Mama, and also TikTok featuring Lil Baby. I think all those 3 songs have very, very good potential to do really well on the Hot 100 charts. But 6ix9ine's sound does get a little repetitive throughout the project, and it is hard for him to carry his sound throughout a whole album because it is so niche, and he doesn't have the most versatility, although he did show it in this album to the best of his ability. I think that it is hard for him to put together a full project with strong songs, as he doesn't have that much else to deliver other than his sound that he usually uses. But with that being said, I did really enjoy the album. There's tons of bangers on there, and I would have to give it a 8 out of 10. So let me know what you guys think about my album review and my score in the comment section down below. What would you rate this album out of 10? I wish the best to 6ix9ine, and I really hope that everything goes well with him and his court case. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I really appreciate all your support. Hope you guys have a great day. I'm Marvellous Beatz. I'm out. Peace.